not being known, someone else in a body that's come straight up from hell. Drop it out before the goes my way, cause I tried to do that the other day. I'm not being known, someone else in a body that's come straight up from hell. Drop it out before the goes my way, cause I tried to do that. Now I'm black and white, but my colors still shine. Cause you left me, you left me, you left me. Oh, 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 oh. Now I'm black and white, but my colors still shine. Cause you left me, you left me, you left me. Oh, oh, oh. So strip me off and lose me. I don't care, no, I don't care. Strip me off and you me. It's not fair, no, it's not fair. I'm not being known, someone else in a body that's come straight up from hell. Drop it out, the thoughts have caused no way, cause I tried to do that the other day. I'm not being known, someone else in a body that's come straight up from hell. And drop it out, the thoughts have caused no way, cause I tried to do that.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first game of week number 3. We're 2 weeks in, and we've had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of fun games, a lot of not so fun games in both divisions. We've had our share of forfeits, we've had our share of 2v2s with subs, but tonight we're going to have a first. We have two teams, the Stingrays and the Sharks, that weren't able to get a sub for either team. So now we are just going to be running a straight up 2v2 without subs for the first time, which could give a preview to what I'm hoping this fall season will look like with the 2v2 league. So we'll get a rough idea of it. I feel like the matchup is pretty even. We'll go over it shortly. But before I do, I just want to say this. I feel like I say this a lot, but the amount of support I've gotten for the league so far has just been so much more than I anticipated. From the amount of players that have joined, to the amount of people watching the stream, to the subscribers, the people watching the clips that are made. It's just everything. Like it's so much more than I thought it would be in February when I made the league. It's grown from just I threw a few friends in a league and streamed it for fun to see what would happen to now there's 70 people, and it feels more and more legit as it's being done. So thank you everyone for making all this possible. I'm looking forward to in the future having a prize fund in the future seasons to get more people in the league, get more people involved, feel like it's a lot more competitive. But I try to make an environment where people can play for fun as well as feel that competitive juice that I know everyone has. So thank you everyone for the support. Seriously, it means a whole lot. But now, enough yapping of that. Let's get to the matchup. So the Stingrays will be taking on the Sharks. Stingrays are 1-1 right now. Their first week was a forfeit, actually. They weren't able to get a player, so they had to forfeit week 1. But they bounced back week 2 with a win. And then the Sharks, on the other hand, are one of the, I believe, 2 0-2 teams right now. Struggling to find their footing, but hopefully they find it tonight. Some stats that stand out team-wise. I mean, it's more on the negatives. The Sharks' goal differential, -21. They got to find their footing and find it quick. Week 1, they got completely shut out, so they've got to try to find a bounce back somewhere. And then that shot accuracy, 28%. They've got to improve on that. In terms of positioning for both teams, pretty even. The Sharks are more on the defensive end than the Stingrays are, but both teams aren't as offensive. Trying to find their offensive footing. It's technically the second week of games for the Stingrays, so they're still figuring it out. But let's talk about the individual players. So why I say it's fair is the third rounders for each team, Toes and Manuk, are both not here and not able to play. And they weren't able to get subs for either of them. So now we will be having a 2v2 between Grizz and Cloud taking on JPEG and Paul. It'll be interesting because it's a round 1 and round 2 against 2 round 2s. But if people were here to watch last week, Grizz and Cloud are the exact same player. I mean, in our power rankings, all of us, all the admin, had them one next to the other for a reason. And then to top it all off, the gold participation, they each have 10 goals or assists in that game. Like, it says it all. They're the same player. It's pretty impressive, actually. I've never seen a pairing that tightly knit. It's pretty fun to watch. So we'll see how they do in a 2v2. But on the other hand, JPEG will get his first game. He was dropped from the Stingrays week 1, actually, so it'll be a revenge game for him. But he was a no-show that game and is now here tonight trying to get his revenge. While Passer Paul, this is his second game. He couldn't make week 2. He was subbed out for not. Paul has been playing a whole lot more. He was a bit rusty when he started this season. I've seen a lot of improvements rank-wise from him, so I'm excited to see how he's improved the last 2 weeks. But yeah, that is enough with the matchup. I think it's going to be pretty even, actually, for a 2v2. Hey, Rox, what about me? Yo, you're not even here. You're on Fangs. Get out of here. But, anyways, on to the pregame interviews. We will be starting with the Stingrays and Grizz. Hey Grizz, how you doing, dude?
Hello, how's it going?
Good. Starting a little late, unfortunately, but we're here, we're doing it. The game's going.
Yep.
So last week you had a pretty nice win. You and Cloud look like the same exact player. You both were involved in 10 goals or assists with each other. Obviously, Toes isn't here tonight, so it's a 2v2. But how do you feel about how you and Cloud are going to perform?
I think we'll do pretty good. I mean, probably just going to feel like another ranked game for us. At least I hope that's the plan. I mean, JPEG being a champ, you know, I don't know. I played a couple games with JPEG. I kind of know his skill level, I feel like. But, I mean, neither of them have played season games yet, so I don't really know how either of them compete.
Yeah, so there's a lot of rumors circulating. I can see it in the chat right now that JPEG isn't as scary as people take him to be because he's statistically the #1 Pelagic player in the league right now.
Right.
So, I mean, you still got to try to take note of him. So how are you going to try to shut him down tonight?
Well, I mean, just play regular defense like how we always are. I don't know, just that's all I got. That's all I really got. You know, just play defense.
Just
stop his
play your
shots.
game.
Yeah.
So what is
I don't know about Paul. I don't know.
Paul is a anomaly right now. He could either pop off or struggle big time. So we'll see what kind of version of him we'll get tonight. But last question I ask every week: what is your prediction for the match tonight?
I think it'll be a good 2v2. I think me and Cloud can take it in 4. I hope.
Okay. Good confidence there. I respect not saying a sweep every single week. It's cool.
Yeah.
An honest opinion. But
I don't got that much confidence.
yeah. But any final things you want to say before I drag you back down to your team?
No, just good luck to JPEG and Paul.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bring you back down there. The lobby info will be up soon, and good luck.
All right, thank you, bud.
Yeah, I just realized this. This is gonna be a big test for JPEG because there's a lot of doubters, like a lot of doubters. Arox, this match specifically is 2v2 because both round 3 players couldn't show, and they couldn't get subs in time, so we're just running a 2v2 tonight. But we are on to the pregame interview for the Sharks, and Paul has decided to take it. Oh, can I not drag him? Give me a sec, guys. There we go. Okay. Hey, Paul. How's it going?
Yo, what's good? What's good?
What's good? Missed you, man. Season 0 vet. This guy's been here.
Oh,
Been here, done that.
I know. It's certainly been a time.
So, I've noticed that your rank has kind of risen a bit. So, how's your game feel right now?
Honestly, I feel like I'm back to. I feel like I'm de-rusting. Definitely feel like I was back to form back in May, but I'm always looking to, improve, try and, get better, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we had a little scare with JPEG. We saw this week 1. We saw it here again, but he did end up showing up, and he is statistically, according to MMR, he is the #1 Pelagic player in the league. So, what's your plan to try to figure out how he plays and how to work around him?
Honestly, I'm just gonna see what his playstyle is and just kind of adapt, like build off of that. Because I never know what. I literally do not know with him. He could play more aggressively. He could play more defensively. I mean, I just don't know. I'll just have to see.
I mean, also, you're facing a very strong duo in Grizz and Cloud. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the league because, you've been working and everything, doing other things more important probably. But Grizz and Cloud are pretty much the exact same player. Like, they you'll see it when you play. They do the same exact things. So how are you going to try to counter a team that's that tight-knit?
Honestly... that's a good question. It's gonna be tough, definitely. I feel like we're gonna definitely face some very good players, but I think if we, don't panic, we don't try and be nervous, we try and stay calm, cool, and collected, I think we'll be able to understand their game plan, and we can try and counteract it.
Okay. Well, final question I ask every team every week. What is your prediction for the match tonight? How do you think it's going to go?
I think it's going to be... I'm not even too sure. I feel like it might be a close one. I think is my prediction. It's going to be... I think it'll be a fair matchup, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean...
All right. Well, you got to try to give the Sharks the first win of the season, so it's time to lock in.
Alrighty, we'll do.
Any final things you want to say before I drag you back down?
I just want to say to the other team, good luck, let's have some fun, and let's play some Rocket League.
All right. Well, I'm going to bring you back down there. Lobby info should be in soon. Good luck. Have some fun.
Right.
Man, the JPEG slander in this chat is absolutely absurd. And Arox, this is the lower ranked division. This is the Pelagic division. So, these aren't players you're going to face. But with that being said, interviews are done. I'm going to get the players in the lobby, get it all set up, and we will be back shortly. And we are back for this 2v2. And now, here's a fun one. Will my PC crash in the middle of this game? That should be polled. Because the odds of that happening are absurdly high. But, again, if it disconnects, it'll be back in 10-15 seconds. I'll restart stream, and we'll be back up. I forgot to mention, I'm getting a new router in here today. Or tomorrow, so next stream hopefully it'll be better, but we will see. And here we go. It's time for JPEG and the Sharks to prove everyone wrong. Tie up on kickoff. Paul wins the second ball. It's towards the mid of the Stingray zone. Riz lets him hit off the backboard. Riz gonna take his space. It's a flick around one. Cloud booms it downfield. JPEG backflips into it. There's Paul off the left wall, trying to stay on. JPEG gonna take his space, has one man to beat. The shot saved by Cloud. Paul tries to get a rebound and it's cleared. And here come the Stingrays the other way as Cloud takes a shot bottom right corner. And an early lead for the Stingrays. Paul just misreads it and then the Stingrays just have an open net. What a start for them. 4:33 left. Paul wins kickoff to the wall. It's going to hit the other right wall of the Stingray zone. Paul can't follow it. Grizz plays it to the right side. Grizz got some space, trying to pass it mid off the corner. It's being cleared out by JPEG. It's a soft touch by JPEG, and Grizz has a chance, misses wide right. Cleared out by JPEG. Going to try to take his space. Off the right wall, JPEG front flips past the ball. Paul rips a shot wide left. Paul tries to stay on, pass back to JPEG. JPEG off the backboard, crossbar down, and the first goal in the league for the #1 ranked player in the division. JPEG ties the game. He's trying to prove all the doubters wrong. Crossbar down, what a start. 4:02 left, tie game. I'm not trying to rage bait you. Statistically, he is the highest ranked player. I'm just saying. He statistically is. I just roll straight down. JPEG pass mid. Here's Paul. The shot saved by Grizz, but he redirects it into his own net, and the Sharks take the lead. Paul forcing the error here, and Grizz tries his best. He gets a touch on it, but it's towards his own net. We will be getting a server reset here from the Stingrays after this game. Current MMR, dogs, is the stat we go off of. As JPEG takes the shot. Big save from Cloud off his own post, and he gets the clear out. And here come the Stingrays the other way. Grizz off the backboard down. The shot is blocked. And the Sharks are going to go the other way. JPEG up the right wall. Doesn't get the catch. Trying to flick it past one. That's blocked by Cloud. Paul tries to stay on the pass mid. Over JPEG. Cleared out by Paul. He counters the other way. And here's Paul's shot. And the Sharks take a 2-goal lead. Trying to get their first win of the season. Riz can't react to it, and Paul finds the open net. 3:08 left. Dogs, I take of 2s and 3s the highest current rank. The highest peak rank. It's of 2s and 3s. Paul can't get a redirect there. Cloud trying to clear. Taking his space. Taking it to the left wall. Cloud. The 15 pass mid. Grizz with an open net and well executed from the Stingrays as there's a 1-goal game now. Good pinch by Cloud off the corner, and Grizz just finds the open net. 2:50 left. JPEG wins kickoff clean to the backboard. It hits off the back. JPEG waits, gets a backflip and steal from Cloud. Gonna take his space off the corner mid. Here's Paul with some space. The shot off the crossbar. What a chance for the Sharks again. And JPEG makes it a 2-goal lead. Finding the rebound. And the Stingrays have their backs against the wall here in game 1. A good read there from JPEG. 2:35 left in game 1. Stingrays gotta try to fight here as there's a tie-up on kickoff on the demos from Cloud and Paul. Grizz will try to stay on. Pass mid. That's cleared out by JPEG to the left wall. Grizz hits off the left wall. JPEG can't get the read. Grizz and Cloud double commit, but Grizz will stay on. Paul to the left wall. He's gonna follow up with it. JPEG the pass mid as Paul gets a demo. The shot from Paul off the crossbar. That could have been brutal for the Stingrays. Grizz off the left wall of Cloud. Back to Grizz. Here's some passing here from the Stingrays. Taking his space. The shot off the left post. So many chances for both teams here in game 1. Just can't execute them. JPEG can't clear. Paul gets a 50 off the corner. JPEG will try to take his space. To the midfield. Doesn't get a read. Cloud in a 2-on-1. Gets it past one. Has an open chance. Here's Cloud. Letting it roll in, but a save from JPEG. Why was Cloud being so patient there? Grizz off the corner. Stolen by JPEG. Gonna take his space. Cloud resets off the right wall. JPEG. The pass mid. He's gonna leave it for Paul. The shot misses wide left. Cleared by Cloud. Grizz off the right wall. A lot of double commits from the Stingrays here in game 1. JPEG gonna take his time. Gonna try to get a flick. Doesn't get it. Cloud with the steal. And here come the Stingrays. Trying to pass mid to Grizz. Grizz can't get there. 1 minute left. JPEG gets a demo on Grizz. Cloud lets it roll off the wall. JPEG gonna take his space. Doesn't get a clean flick there. Paul has it stolen by Cloud. Cloud's gonna take his space. Grizz side flips into it, trying to stall some time. Here's JPEG, misses the shot. An open chance for Cloud, and he misses the net. Had an open chance to make it a 1-goal lead. The Stingrays are just not taking advantage of these chances. Off the backboard with 30 seconds left. Cloud gets a bump on JPEG. Paul trying to take his space, stolen by Cloud. Can't pop it over JPEG. Grizz, the pass mid, gets it past Paul. JPEG will clear, Grizz cuts it off. Grizz just has Paul to beat. The shot, and it's a 1-goal game. The Stingrays have some life. Great steal from Grizz, and Paul just can't turn in time. He just doesn't have the boost for it. And the Stingrays trying to get back in this. They need one in 13 seconds. Tie up on kickoff, straight down. Cloud pinches off the left wall. 7 seconds left. JPEG to the corner. Cloud pops it up. Paul will challenge, wins the 50. No time on the clock. The Stingrays got to keep it up. Cloud has it dropped, and the Sharks will take game 1. And the Stingrays will be using their server reset. So we're just going to reset server real quick. That's a good start there for the Sharks. I mean, I will say this. JPEG did not look great. For someone who, MMR-wise, is supposed to be the highest ranked player, he didn't look strong. Like, could be seen as glazing here. But when I see a top 3 MMR player in the league, I think of how Dogs has been playing on the Cyclones. I think how Solo has been playing on the Tridents. I think of how Hunt has been playing on the Clouds. Like, a player that is constantly reliable. We gotta try to juggle here. Because... oh, dude. Gotta leave. Sick. This is why we don't join until all the players are in. But what I'm saying, like Fire Heal with the Monsoon, like those kind of players that are just, you need them to be consistent. That one game I saw from JPEG, I didn't see it. We've got a lot of time. It's his first game in the league. There's some time to recover. Okay. Now all the players are in. Cool. On to game 2. Let's see if the Stingrays' Wi-Fi is better. It seemed like a bad server, so they got to reset. Tie up on kickoff. Paul with the second ball. Gets the win there to the corner. Cloud moves it to the left wall. JPEG will cut this off. Doesn't get a clean touch. Off the corner. Cloud trying to pass it mid. Is Grizz there? No. Cleared by Paul. To the right wall, Grizz. Pops it to himself. Gonna try to take his space. Here's Grizz. Trying to get an air dribble. Gets the 50. Saved by JPEG. And Paul? Wait, 2 saves at once? That's a new one. JPEG bumps Cloud into it. It's going to try to be cleared out by Grizz. The 50 is saved by Cloud. That's still towards mid. A good block there from Cloud. Off the corner. Awkward for Grizz. Cloud jumps early. Makes a huge play there. Paul, the shot. Saved by Grizz. Lots of pressure on the Stingrays here early. The pass mid. The counter the other way. Cloud forces the shot. Paul can't make the play. Off the backboard. Cloud misses off the left post. Grizz off the backboard. Can't get the read. Cloud taps it in. And the pressure finally breaks for the Sharks as the Stingrays take a 1-0 lead. Off the backboard. Grizz tried to get a double. Cloud placing it bottom left. Exactly 4 minutes left here in game 2. Sharks up 1 in the series, but down 1 in this game. Paul, straight down. Hit to the backboard by Grizz. The shot from JPEG slowly rolls. Saved by Grizz. He's going to take his space. Doesn't really have boost. Rips a shot. Saved by JPEG. To the corner. Grizz keeps it in. Rolling down. Cloud has a tap in, and he gets it. The Stingrays take a 2-0 lead. Good pinch there from Grizz. And here come the Stingrays trying to bounce back. 3:42 left. Double commit there on kickoff. Executed perfectly by the Sharks. Cloud resets to the corner. Ball. Gonna keep the pressure on. Cloud blocks it. Gonna take it up the right side. Cloud's got some space. Trying to pass mid to Grizz. Grizz is up the shot. Bottom left corner. And what a passing play from the Stingrays as they take a 3-0 lead. Cloud to Grizz once again. We've seen it so many times so far. 3:27 left. Stingrays starting to get some life here after that loss in game 1. Paul can't get the read. Lets it bounce off the right wall. JPEG gonna take his space. Flicks past 1. Can't get the demo on Grizz. He's gonna stay on. Paul will cut it off. Grizz pass backs to Cloud. JPEG with the pinch. Cloud is up. Stalling some time. Gonna stay in the air. Tries to pinch it past 1. Cloud gets it past JPEG. Gonna try to stay on. The pressure here from the Stingrays. Trying to pass mid again to Grizz. and it's cleared out by Paul. Strong defensive play there. Cloud, the pass mid. Paul will clear for the moment. Here's Grizz. Booms it downfield, forcing a play from JPEG where he doesn't have boost. Grizz leaves it for Cloud. Off the corner, Grizz, the redirect pass to Cloud. What passing there from the Stingrays? And we keep seeing it over and over again. 4-0 with 2:37 left. The redirect pass to Cloud from Grizz. Remarkable showing here. 2:37 left. The Stingrays starting to get their footing here as they win this 50. Grizz takes it up the right wall off the backboard. Gonna stay on. The shot is saved by JPEG. Grizz tries to backflip into it. JPEG resets. Taking it up to the Stingrays side. Gets it past one. Can't get it past Cloud. Up the left wall. Cloud, the pass mid. Pinch with Grizz, and that's misses wide right. JPEG off the corner. Misses the boost. And Cloud booms it to the left side. It's blocked by JPEG, staying on it. Stolen by Grizz. Paul can't get the read. Slow roller towards net. JPEG with the clear. 2 minutes left. The Sharks are up 1 in the series, but are down 4 here in game 2. Paul rotates back as Cloud goes up the corner, trying to pass mid to Grizz. Can't get the read. Misses wide left. JPEG with a bad flick. Here's Cloud, and JPEG recovers with the save. Up the corner, JPEG can't get the read. He's going to cut it off, gets it past Cloud. Here's JPEG. Trying to show something off. Can't get it past Grizz, and it's cleared out. Paul off the backboard. Awkward bounce there. It's cleared out by Cloud. Off the left wall, Cloud stays on. JPEG opposite mid. Jumps and gets dunked by Grizz, but he misses off the post. Stingrays tried to make it 5 there. JPEG will clear. Off the right wall, gets a 50-on-1, straight down. Paul is up. The shot from Paul. Misses wide right, trying to pass it mid. Cleared out by Cloud. JPEG backs into it with 1 minute left. The Sharks got to try to find some life here and before game 3. Paul with the miss, and it's just going to roll in. And the Stingrays take a 5-0 lead. Cloud just forcing the error here. A good 50, and then Paul just can't get the read. It feels like a switch was flipped for both teams. JPEG is on the Sharks. Cloud off the backboard. That's a bounce. Paul can't get a read. Cloud's just delaying. Stalling some time. JPEG tries to cut it off. Good 50 there from Cloud. To the corner. Cloud off the ceiling. Straight down. Cloud's going to leave it for Grizz. Good clear out by JPEG. The Sharks are going to try to counter here. JPEG with 30 seconds left has some space. The shot from JPEG over both. And there's some life for the Sharks. Can they carry this momentum into game 3? JPEG has not looked at his best here in game 2, but maybe just seeing one go in the back of the net will give him some life. 27 seconds left. Paul messes up on kickoff, so the kickoff is won by Cloud. To the Shark zone. Cloud passing mid to Grizz in the passing play again, but a huge save from Paul. He's going to stay on it. Leaves it for JPEG off the right wall. Gets a redirect that's blocked by Cloud. 10 seconds left. Cloud taking the space. Grizz pops it up. Paul has a tough read here off the left wall. Can't get another. Grizz, the shot, and that's the dagger. As if there wasn't one already. The Stingrays make it 6-1 with 1 second left. I mean, the Sharks just looks like a completely different team in game 2 from game 1. They just lost that momentum that they had. To the point where Paul is literally emoting in the chat while the game is going. That is tough. You hate to see that from the Sharks. But now we go to a best of 3. Who will take game 3? How do the Sharks bounce back? Paul wins kickoff to the corner. Cloud with the catch. To the right corner, gets a 50 on JPEG. Paul's got some space, forces the play here. It's saved by Grizz. It's boomed out to the Shark zone. Off the corner. Grizz gets a 50. Trying to stay on it. Cloud. 50 off the ceiling, straight down. Paul taking his space. Here's Grizz. Off the backboard, going for the double. Can't get it. And now JPEG the other way. Forcing a play for Cloud to the corner. He makes it. Cloud off the ceiling, straight down. Trying to pass mid to himself. Can't get the double. JPEG resets the left wall. Let's pop straight up. Paul taking his space. Paul stays on. Has Grizz to beat. Forcing the shot. Saved by Grizz. Paul trying to pass mid to JPEG. Trying to pass it back, but it's cleared out by Cloud. Cloud gets it over everyone. Grizz, the shot saved by Paul. And here come the Sharks the other way. JPEG off the right wall. Takes the shot. Top left corner. What placement from JPEG as the Sharks take the lead. Strong play there from Paul. With that defensive play to give JPEG some open space on the offensive end and give them the lead. 3:57 left. Paul wins kickoff clean again. Steals the boost from the corner. Cloud pops it over Paul. JPEG is up. He's got some space. Hits it down. Pass Grizz. Awkward here for the Stingrays. JPEG with an open neck. Couldn't take advantage. Grizz trying to counter the other way. Gets it past Paul. Grizz booms it to the top left corner. JPEG makes the save, but that's towards mid, and it's cleared out by Paul. Off the right wall. JPEG can't get the read, and Cloud has an open net. Paul gets back in time. Paul waits for it to land. Pops it past one. Grizz with the read. Pass mid to Cloud off the backboard. Can Grizz follow up again? Cloud will backflip. JPEG with the 50 in the save. Grizz forces the shot. Another clear out by JPEG. Cloud keeps it in. Awkward play here for the Sharks, and the Cloud ties the game with 3:05 left. A good force here by Cloud, and the Sharks just couldn't read the play. 3:05 left. Series tied at 1. We're in a best of 3 situation. Paul has won 3 straight kickoffs so far. Paul tries to pass mid to JPEG. Misses wide right. Cloud trying to counter the other way. Forcing Paul to make the play, and he does. Paul has looked strong here this series. A major bounce back from what we saw in week 1. JPEG leaves it for Grizz. Grizz tries to front flip into it. That's cleared out by JPEG. Gonna take his space off the backboard past mid. Here's Paul, the shot. Bottom left corner, and it's blocked. Cloud the other way. Tries to hit off the ceiling, but Grizz trying to get a read, and it misses wide left. JPEG's going to take the boost and take his time, but Cloud cuts it off. Off the backboard to himself. Paul makes the play for the moment. Clear out by JPEG. Pressure here from the Stingrays. Grizz forces it back mid, and it's cleared out by JPEG and Paul. Team effort there. Paul leaves it for JPEG to the corner. Cloud waits for his touch. 50's in mid. And here's Grizz, the shot, bottom left corner. And the Stingrays take the lead. I think JPEG's just being too careful. He just wasn't playing fast enough, and the Cloud makes a huge steal. And it gets it past Paul. 2:02 left. Stingrays up 1. Grizz will win kickoff. To the left corner. Grizz trying to pass in mid. Trying to get the redirect, and Cloud taps it in. Where did the defense go for the Sharks as the Stingrays take a 2-goal lead? Paul was just so high up. I don't know why he was that far. And just no one was back for the Sharks. Minute 56 left. The Sharks need 2. JPEG ties kickoff. Grizz wins the second ball. So the left wall gets bumped out of the air, but it's still rolling towards the Sharks zone. Grizz redirects past mid. Cloud with the 50 gets a pass. Paul has a tough read here. He makes it. It's the right wall. Gonna stay on. Moves it back. Cloud backflips into it to keep the pressure up. JPEG. The steal by Cloud. He's been doing this all series. Off the backboard. Cloud makes it 4-1. The Stingrays starting to turn the Jets on here in Game 3. The Sharks just haven't looked the same since Game 1. Minute 30 left. Sharks have their backs against the wall now. Off the right wall. JPEG waits back. Doesn't get a clean clear. Cloud will backflip into it, where Grizz takes the shot, misses wide left. Grizz, the reset. Cloud off the right wall. Paul will stay on. Opposite to himself. Here's Paul. Gets the demo on Cloud, but Cloud does get the clear for it. JPEG hits it off the right wall. It's going to stay on. JPEG touches it over Cloud. Trying to stay on it. Grizz will cut it off. 1 minute left in game 3. The series is tied at 1. And it's looking like the Stingrays are 1 game away from taking the series. Grizz. The pop up to Paul. The shot misses wide left. Cleared up by Cloud. Taking his space. Trying to get past one. Here's JPEG. Off the backboard. Can he go? The shot is saved by Cloud. Cloud takes his time. Gets the boost to the corner. Cloud. Try to take his space. Stolen by JPEG. Leaves it for Grizz, but it fakes him out, I believe. 30 seconds left. Off the left wall. Cloud. Leaves it for JPEG. Grizz off the backboard. Cleared out by Paul. Cloud. Up the left wall. Hits it right to Paul, who just clears it out. 10 seconds left. The Stingrays are gonna take game 3 and are 1 game away from going 2-1 in the league so far. While the Sharks are 1 game away from falling to 0-3 on the season. They need something now, because they're gonna start running out of games soon if they don't win this series. I just don't know where that game 1 Sharks went. The team looks completely different right now. They just look slower. I don't know what changed. But we'll see if they can respond here in game 4 and force another game 5. We've had 2 of them in the league so far. Will we see a third? JPEG wins kickoff clean, straight down, off the backboard. Here's Paul. That's blocked by Cloud to the right wall. Trying to stay on. Gets it past. And the Stingrays have some space if they go. JPEG with a huge defensive play. Cloud keeping the pressure on. JPEG backflips for now. Cloud tries to force a shot. Misses wide right. Cleared by JPEG. Up the left wall. Trying to stay on it. Here's Paul. Moves it downfield. Grizz gonna try to cut this off, but it's cleared up by Cloud. Cloud off the corner. JPEG backflips into it. Awkward play here for the Sharks. And Grizz gets the first goal in game 4 as the Stingrays take a 1-0 lead. Cloud just forcing the error here. Lots of bumps on JPEG. Just couldn't get anything. 4:24 left, and we got bull messaging mid-game, man. I don't know. JPEG wins the kickoff straight down to himself. The shot is saved by Grizz. Paul will stay on. Grizz to himself up the right wall. Booms it downfield. Trying to get a pass mid. Paul with a backflip by Grizz. That is so unlucky for the Sharks. It has been a summary of their season so far as the Stingrays go up 2. .409 left. Stingrays have had all the momentum ever since game 2 ended. It has not turned the other way ever since. Here's Cloud taking it up the left wall. Gonna take his space off the backboard. Can't get a play. Paul's gonna take his space. Here's Paul with 1 to beat. What can he do? Gets it past off the post. That was the chance for the Sharks. Grizz pops it up. The counter the other way, and JPEG can't make the play. And it's 3-0 for the Stingrays. Grizz with a clean pop here and does just enough where JPEG can't get the read. 3:43 left. Once again, it has been all Stingrays so far. Grizz hits it right to Paul, who clears it to the corner. JPEG will stay on, pinches it off the left wall, cut off by Cloud. Off the corner, lets it bounce. The shot from Cloud, booming shot saved by JPEG. Rebound, Grizz off the backboard. The shot, another save. And pressure once again on the Sharks as Grizz makes it 4-0. It's a brutal showing here for the Sharks in Game 4. Grizz and Cloud have just been on a whole nother level this series. We same exact thing we saw in week 2, we're seeing now. Grizz wins kickoff off the backboard. The shot from Grizz, saved by JPEG. Rebound Cloud, taps it in, and Paul tries to make the play, and it's 5-0. I mean, this is just brutal. This is a tough match to watch right now. The Sharks looked so good in Game 1, and we just lost it ever since. Hits the corner. Paul has it stolen by Cloud off the back. Doesn't even hit off the backboard, and it's 6-0. I mean, this is unbelievable. Cloud with a perfect read. I don't even know how to cast this anymore. It's rough. This is rough. It's just night and day from what we saw in Game 1. I'm just so shocked. And it's 7-0. Grizz from another pass from Cloud. Just the passing plays we've been seeing are unbelievable. Cloud to Grizz once again. And it looks like they forfeited. It looks like they're forfeiting, but just for the sake of replays, I need to keep the game going. You gotta go. I know the game's over, so it's fine. But yeah, we're just running clock at this point. I think Paul's trying to stab pad and he misses it wide right. Oh, dude. Rough. I think Grizz is trying to get another one. Another save from JPEG. Yeah, this is unfortunate for the Sharks. They're gonna fall to 0-3, and I want to say we're just gonna let it go, Nate, because there's some stuff I want to talk about, so we might as well just let it run. I mean, let's talk about the positives for the Stingrays, right? I think Cloud and Grizz are such dogs. If you can hear me, do not join the game. It'll mess the entire stats up. Just don't join, please. Yeah, don't join the match. So it's for one hand, the Stingrays, like Cloud and Grizz, that is a strong duo. Like, the way they work with each other, and I think Toes is their third, makes them a very solid team. And a team to watch out for in this league. But, on the other hand, I mean the Sharks. I was hoping that seeing JPEG, I wanted to see what he had, because there was a lot of rumors that he wasn't as strong a rank as his MMR showed. I was hoping to be proven wrong there, but I just didn't see it from JPEG today. It could have just been an off game. It's kind of hard to say, but it hasn't looked right for them. And it hasn't looked like right for the Sharks all season. They've won one game so far. They are 1-8. It's tough. I mean, it started with how they drafted, and then Azza tried to take over. It just wasn't working. Azza had to retire. Like, now JPEG's here, and it's tough. I feel bad for those players. Because I feel like they tried, and okay, well, Riz is going to get another goal. Just that bad there. It's unfortunate. Like, drop you, JPEG. He is the captain, so he can't be dropped. Dude. But it's tough. We got 10 seconds left. We'll get to post-game interviews shortly. JPEG gets a reset for fun. Can't keep it up. And that is the game. Stingrays win the series, jump to 2-1. Congratulations to them in our first 2v2. Alright, well, that wasn't a fun way to end, but nonetheless, we finished the series this time instead of just someone leaving. So it is what it is. But we will start with the interviews. We're going to start with the losing team. I don't know what Paul is going to say here. It's going to be a tough interview to do. I hate to do it. But here we go. Hey, dude. Yo,
hey.
How's it going?
Well, it could be a little bit better, but honestly, I don't know.
It was that last game was tough. I'm gonna be completely honest. That was tough. You started good. You won your first game, and then after that, you just lost all the momentum. Do you know what happened?
I don't know. I feel like the problem, I think, with trying to play with JPEG is the fact that I feel like he's not really wasn't really communicating with what he was doing. He was mainly just trying to I don't know. He was mainly just trying to really take possession of the ball and not really trying to communicate with me or what he's doing. So I was able to plan out, hey, should I rotate back or, should I go on this, kind of deal. And defensively, we kind of just crumbled. And I felt like we probably could have done a little bit better defensively. I don't know, man. A lot of really mistakes, little mistakes, big mistakes that allowed the Stingrays to thrive.
Yeah, I mean the Stingrays are Riz and Cloud are, like I said, a very strong 1 and 2. They got good chemistry together, so it's a tough matchup. But I mean, the Sharks are now 0 and 3. Your guys' backs are against the wall now. So how are you gonna try to bounce back next week? As I try to pull up the
matchup. Honestly, I'm not too sure. Honestly, I'm gonna try and see if we can maybe try and meld that team chemistry, because I feel like that's another thing we need to probably work on too. And also just trying to figure out what is going to work, what is going to allow us to, hopefully excel as a team. I know definitely 0 and 3 is not the spot you want to be in, but I truly feel like we can make some improvement if we put in time and effort, if we can.
I agree. Well, your next matchup, week 4, will be against the Kraken. So that is in my eyes, that's a matchup that you can try to get your footing and bounce back from. So I think you got to try to get some time with your actual team and try to build that chemistry like you said, and try to come back stronger next week.
Absolutely.
Any final things you want to say before I let you go?
I don't think so. I mean, hey, GG's to the Stingrays. They played very well. And, yeah, I'll try and be ready for next week.
All right. Well, GG's. We will see you next week. Have a good night.
GG's.
Oh, it's rough, man. I hope they find a way to bounce back. But now we're on to the winning team, Grizz, who will be taking the interview. Hey, Grizz.
How's it going?
How's it going? Congrats on the win. Jump to 2-1. You're actually 2-0 in the games you played. How does it feel?
Feels good, I guess. I mean,
also, I don't know if you remember week 1, you dropped JPEG. So now you faced him, and you lost the first game, yes, but the next 3 were just all you guys. So that's got to feel good.
Yeah. Yeah, that first game, it was just, Cloud was still a little cold. He had just gotten back. or he'd just gotten on, so I feel like he was a little cold. I mean, and that was my first game on too. I was just in training before that. So.
I mean, you guys definitely found your footing the next 3 games. Like, the chemistry you two have together is kind of wild. I just constantly would see an assist from either you going to Cloud or Cloud going to you. Like, it was just constantly. It's fun to watch you guys, especially in the 2v2.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Well, we'll be there in the fall doing 2v2s, so.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I can't wait. I still got to figure out how that's going to work with, like, MMR caps and stuff, but
Yeah.
I think you guys will be fine as a duo. But we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Your matchup next week is against the Trident, so that's a pretty strong team. So how are you going to try to get ready for next week?
Probably just, get some games in, especially with Toes. He wasn't, he didn't play today, but, we'll just get some games in, and, I'm sure we'll be ready to go by the time that game comes around.
Awesome. And any final things you want to say before I let you
go? No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Do you remember how to do the ball chasing?
Yeah, I just submitted it in the score report.
You already did it?
Yeah.
You truly are awesome.
Thanks.
You are the best. Thank you. All right. Well, then, in that case, you're good to go. GG's, and I'm excited to see you guys play next week.
I'll see it.
And that is gonna do it. I love Grizz for actually being the first player this season to have the score report ready and done. By the time his interview's ready. That is awesome. So we are gonna wrap up stream. Next game, let me check. I believe will be Thursday. Currently it's Thursday, but we've only gotten 2 or 3 games submitted so far. So we gotta figure that out. So, but for now, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you for the next game. Have a good night.